The selectmen aren't going to,
You're up.
We're up, okay. Good morning, Dudley. So, here we are. We have, for those that are not familiar with the acronym PILOT, it's Payment in Lieu of Taxes, and this has to do with the Fowley Road Solar Farm.
We have three.
We have 3 solar farms?
3 people, several solar farms. Eric Jacobson, I think, has 6 that's going in.
Yeah, but this is only, we only have this here.
There's 2 more.
I
Those
have,
3.
I have Annabelle Moninsky, I have nothing else.
Let me see those.
I have nothing else. Just Nexamp Inc.
Well, there's one on Farley Road.
Well, this is the one that's on, because it's called Fowley Road Solar LLC.
Yeah, it's not excited.
I'm guessing.
I thought I brought them all up.
You may have. Tom,
Um,
you have any files there?
Well, there's one with Raymond Chartier up in West Dudley.
Yeah, I know where he lives, but I don't have anything here.
And then, well, I'm just telling you where they're going in.
Oh.
And then Eric Jacobson's
But
putting
we
on
need to
6
see the
different
pilot,
parcels.
the agreement.
Yeah, no.
So, and you may not know this answer, but how did they come up with 12.5 as a payment?
I don't know.
Can you find out?
I can.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a good deal for us or a bad deal. And we're supposed to sign off on this.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize that we had to sign off.
The assessors have to okay any.
Okay, so that's why you're asking for the other 2. That makes sense now. I didn't know we had to sign off on them.
Well,
Is there a place on there to sign off?
It used to be that we had to approve them. No, just the Board of Selectmen. That's interesting. We used to have, just like we approved the TIFs.
So, okay. I didn't realize that we had to sign off on
Well,
that. so-
it used to be that. Now,
I'll ask Greg.
I can't remember the last time we had a pilot.
The only pilot I know was with the Dudley Housing Authority, and
Well,
that's just a formula.
And Nichols, too. They used to be.
Yeah, but that was before me.
I know. But we had to sign off on those. So they're taking in 12.5 a year.
I believe Greg went by, Greg's very knowledgeable in this, and I know he went by the megawatts that were going to be produced, but I can get all the detail.
I'm sorry, it says in the amount of 12.5 per MWDC. Is that a megawatt?
Megawatts, yeah.
So how many, do we know how many megawatts this thing pumps out?
Yeah, it should be in there. They're all different.
I know, it's all, how many panels you have. Well, I don't want to take the whole meeting up to read this thing.
I think I grabbed these thinking...
Oh, 1.3 megawatts. So 12.5 times 1.3. So roughly 15 grand a year.
Do you want this Conrad's signature on this?
Yes. There's only 2 though, who missed it?
Well, I didn't, oh, you do want all 3?
Yeah.
Couldn't help.
Yeah.
So this is just an FYI then, this agreement?
Yes.
Oh, here you go, Mr. Attorney. FYI. Oh, you want your job again for another year?
Kind of have to pay the bills.
Really?
Okay, that would be good, huh? I make a motion, we appoint Lisa Berg as principal assessor and Margaret Kane as assessor clerk.
I don't
You're
know.
number 1?
Reorganize, oh, yeah, I skipped reorganize. Well, you should be calling reorganize. Okay, I make a motion, we reorganize, and I make a motion, we have Conrad as chairman.
I second it since I don't want to be chairman.
We're trying for a Guinness Book of Records.
Yes.
You know, I do get this extra pay.
Yes, I noticed. You
You
got,
know, as a matter of
you
fact, we used to get
twice as
extra
much as we
pay for chairman.
Those are the good old days, Conrad.
Well, that's
Just
when we
gotta
got paid.
remember.
We don't even get paid now.
do. That's what I said. You get twice as much as we do.
That's right.
We're volunteers.
So do we have a second about Lisa and Margaret?
I guess I'll second it.
All right,
Thank you, Tom.
we'll make it unanimous.
All right, back to our reorganization then. Do we have a second on my motion?
I second that. Oh, I did. I told you I didn't
you
want to
did.
be.
Okay. All right.
I guess I'll abstain because I'm the motion.
Well, it's still going to carry even if
Yes,
we're
yes,
voting
it is.
against it.
All right, we still need to do a vice chairman. Do we have to do that in case our chairman isn't around?
Sure.
All right.
Oh, I nominate Joanne Simsack.
I'll second that.
Good. We all have a job here. Okay, I'll abstain on that one. All right. Uh-oh, you might not be off the hook. Do we need to have a clerk in name only?
I don't know, did we ever do that?
I don't know.
No, it was always a member at large.
Okay, that sounds good. All right, moving on to the
Then
next.
he can qualify.
I'm not that large.
Okay, I make a motion we approve the minutes for June 10th, 2016.
I wasn't here, so I can't.
I'll make
Second.
that, I'll second that. Make it so.
Okay, I make a motion we approve $8,043.02 in motor vehicle abatements for June 2016.
Second.
Unanimous?
I'm going to read a list of them. I'm going to make a motion we approve 2012 real estate commitment for $1458.42, 2013 real estate commitment for $1493.55, 2014 real estate commitment for $1535.92, and 2015 real estate commitment for $1629.35.
These
Second.
are all recommitments.
What does that mean?
So they were
the
committed in the
public.
original commitment, and I believe these
Just new
are in the
construction?
process of tax title, and they went out in the incorrect name. So we had to
Oh,
send
okay.
them back out in the correct name, so
Gotcha.
it's recommitted the second time. That way there, if we take, we can legally take it for non-payment of
We
taxes.
should all be recommitted.
Did you second, Tom?
I did.
Unanimous.
Okay, I make a motion we approve the 2016 preliminary real estate commitment in the amount of $5,262,379.54.
I'll second that.
That's the same amount we collected last year, right?
Yeah.
Because we don't have a tax rate.
Oh, yes, yes.
It has to
Yeah,
be.
'cause it's preliminary, yeah.
Right. Unanimous?
I make a motion to approve the 2016 preliminary personal property commitment in the amount of $85,219.64.
Second.
Unanimous.
That could be a little bit different, Conrad.
Yep. Yeah, I understand
Because
personal
of no
property.
growth and
Right,
stuff, so.
right.
I make
I was just letting the public know,
Okay.
both of them that watch us.
Make a motion to approve the levy 2016 motor vehicle commitment in the amount of $58,697.81.
Second.
Unanimous.
Make a motion to approve the levy for 2016 dealer plate commitment in the amount of $2,800.
Second.
Unanimous.
Make a motion to approve class 22, a veteran exemption in the amount of $400.
So that's just 10%? He's not fully...
Between
he's not-
10% and 99, up to 99% is $400.
That's why I was going to say, he's not 100% disabled.
No, 100% is $1,000.
Do I
Right.
need to name the map on that, map 232?
Oh, let's not do that, because then
Okay.
people can look up and see who it is.
Okay.
Tom?
Second.
Unanimous.
Okay, I make a motion to approve and sign the yearly contract for the 2017 tax map maintenance with CAI Technologies.
I'll second that.
Unanimous.
And now we're up to that, vote to, I make a motion, we approve the partial lien release for 3 parcels of land being removed from Chapter 61A. These parcels will be solar farms.
So what do they become? They're pilots. They're not taxed anymore.
Right.
So
The
are you
land
gonna show
will
us
be
number
taxed,
2?
the land will be changed to commercial, because it's now going to be used as commercial use.
Even though the zoning is residential?
He got approval.
So is that a variance? How do they
I
do
don't know
that?
if he did a variance or not.
My question really is, how do we tax that as commercial? That's really,
We don't care what the zoning is and whether it's legal or not, we go by the use.
okay.
So the ZBA determines whether or not it's allowed by the
Because spot
zoning.
zoning is illegal.
Right.
Are we just voting, does he have the 3 parcels with the name that's here? That's the way this reads.
Yeah, I
So
know.
he has 6 parcels, 3 of them are Chapter 61A that he's pulling out.
Okay, so that's what we're voting on, not other people's. We're just doing
Just,
his.
yeah, just on Eric's.
Okay, that's
That's just to release the lien so he has clean title. He's paying us his rollback taxes,
Okay.
and we're releasing that portion of
You
the lien.
anticipated my next question.
That's my question also.
So is that, that thing that Tom just looked at, is that all 3 parcels then? That pilot agreement?
No, they're 2 separate things.
All right,
So
so
that's
I guess
not
I don't know what I'm
on-
voting on here. then.
Okay, all right, so he had parcels in chapter 61.
No, I understand that,
These-
but where is the pilot? Where's the agreement for this guy?
It's downstairs.
Okay.
This one wasn't.
All right, but you reviewed it and everything?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And I've worked with, his engineer and stuff like that. They gave me a plan. They showed me how much was being released, so I have it in writing. So all we're doing is we're releasing that because he's paying us the rollback taxes on it, and he's in the clear.
And so the selectmen have approved this solar farms?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so I need a motion.
You just made that.
You did.
That's already been done.
Unanimous.
Okay.
So, there's no old business, but a new business. I met with Cartographics. They're the ones that do our mapping program. I'm trying to work with other departments to get layers put on our map. So we have an aerial layer, and then we have all our individual parcels.
Why do we want an aerial layer?
We already have it, so it's the flyover, so.
Is it going to show the buildings on the tax map now?
That's what I'm gonna get to.
Oh,
So,
sorry.
so right now, I'll call up my map, and it's just the lines and the lot size and the meets and bounds. If I hit ortho, it'll put the overlay of the aerial shot on it with the lines in it, which you guys get. So when Tim Fountain came in from Cartographics, he said that desktop GIS like we have now is becoming obsolete. Another year or so, he's going to continue to support us in our payment, but he's not going to offer us anything new. Everything's going on the web now. So I met with
What is everything?
the GIS program.
Is it on the web now?
No.
I have-
Well, you can go
Yeah.
into Google Earth or
Right.
whatever, but it's not going to show our lot lines and our parcels. It's not going to show
So
zoning.
what is he proposing to us?
So for $2,400, I had Nelson sit in on it.
Oh, the building
With the
inspector.
building, yeah. He can put, in that $2,400, he can put the footprints of the buildings on our map.
Nelson King?
No, Cartographics,
Oh,
the
okay.
mapping company. We'll have the ortho, the aerial shot, we'll have our lots. The fire department has dotted out on their map where every hydrant is.
No kidding.
They can include that in the price. What else
Where do we
was
get the
there?
$2,400?
Well, if different departments are gonna go in on this and put layers in,
Ah,
I'm thinking we can split up the costs. So it's initially $2,400 to get as much in as we can for
Right.
free. Well, not free, but in that $2,400.
right. That's because it frees on
Danny
$2,400.
Guyon has gone out with a GIS instrument, and he's pinged or
Who
whatever.
has?
Danny Guyon,
Oh,
Highway
yeah, okay.
Superintendent.
Yeah.
And he has gone with a GIS instrument, and he has found all his catch basins.
No kidding.
So they can take that data, include it in that $2,400, put that in, and it won't come out exact because where he
Won't it
did
be
it.
very confusing when we look at the map with all these
No,
things?
because you pick
Fire
what
hydrants
layers,
and-
you pick what
Or you
layers you
pick
want
the-
to
okay.
see.
Oh, okay. So it's, I see, individual selection.
Yeah, you can have it
Cool.
all on there, or just one or two, and then eventually Water and Sewer can put their lines in. And I looked at one, I think Uxbridge has the program, if you guys wanted to go on and look at it. They can put in where the water and sewer pipes are, and then you can click on another layer that says how thick the pipes are, like if it's a 1-inch pipe, a 4-inch pipe.
8-inch.
So everybody can go in on this, but if we start off with just, fire, highway, us, and building department, now
Yes.
now we
That would
have,
be $600 a piece for the 4 of us.
right, and then that's $2,500. Then it's $2,400 a year
Oh, maintenance.
support and maintenance, which is $600. So I didn't make it to the department head meeting. I wanted to talk to everybody about it, but Nelson and Jen were there. They explained the whole thing. The town administrator's on board with it. He really likes it, but he wants me to check a couple of other places and their prices. But everybody
So
was...
why is the maintenance so expensive? It's more than the cost of the service.
Well, right now we pay $700 for just the software, because we have 2 in the office on our desktops.
Yeah.
So that's $700 a year maintenance. And then we pay
So that $700 rolled into the 2,500?
That's gonna go away. We're not gonna use that software anymore.
Of course.
That'll be obsolete, and we'll just be strictly on the web.
Well, then we don't have to look for any money, because we
And
already got
Greg-
the 700 bucks in there.
And Greg's talking that maybe we can pull some money from somewhere. I forgot what they told me yesterday, but it might not have to come out of our individual
Can they pull
budgets.
some money for Maggie, so you can
Yeah.
get a full-time
Yeah.
clerk in there?
So it'll be really good. There'll be less traffic in the
Do
office.
you need a motion from us?
No, it's just informational.
Thank you.
So that's kind of interesting.
Oh,
We're willing to pay for paper information, but not for a human being to provide service and keep up with the workload that we have.
But don't you know, computers are gonna replace people, so why should we bother with people?
Oh, there's a few I'd like to replace right now.
Okay. So what's the time frame that we're trying to get this accomplished in?
Next year.
Next fiscal year, next calendar year.
I thought they meant next fiscal year,
So it's after July 1st.
because we already budgeted and we already paid for the software and support for the desktop. Ones
But-
that we have.
But we know that all of that is going to be very flexible with the fall meeting, according to our town administrator. But that may not happen because we're buying land.
Well, I think probably we should be proactive, and I think it would be good for you to get on the agenda to a selectmen's meeting, so this proposal gets out and they have time to digest and understand as a board of selectmen what it
You
is
want them to
we're
understand
looking
it
for.
too?
Well, I think it would be good, and I
Wow.
think you need to
Pushy,
start
pushy.
early on that type of thing and not just let it go through the chain of command. I think you need to give an overview, and then the public will hear again what it is you're trying to accomplish.
Anything else that we should be aware of coming down the...
Exemption applications went out, those are coming in. Final notices for the income and expense have gone out, right, Tom? Those are coming in.
Yes.
You filled yours out?
Yes, I did.
He got this mean letter.
Final notice.
Well, a lot of my mail was getting lost
Yeah.
between the two locations.
Oh, yeah. So,
Not the checks, though. Yeah, or the bills. They found
I wouldn't know. Oh, the bills, yeah.
you. The bills found you.
so I'm just finishing up some data entering for the new growth. And then June should be in from Vision. I'm thinking next month sometime to do the interim adjustments.
How are the building permits looking? Are you getting stacked up?
The stack is much smaller. But we're only we're only 1 month
I
into
know.
the year.
I know. That's why I asked.
Do we see any new construction going on in this town?
Tony Square is still pumping some out.
That's Pierpoint.
Yep, there's a house going up on 131, there's one going up on Dresser Hill Road, and then if those 4 lots sell, I'm sure those will,
It's just going to be one house put on the 3 lots.
oh, it is? Oh, okay. There's another one somewhere. We probably have like 5 or 6 in the works.
Not much.
I'm sending out supplemental bills. Those are the ones that if their value increased more than 50%, it's all new construction, than it did the prior year, then we can bill them per diem as of the occupancy date.
How do you assess a paper subdivision? It's been approved, it's recorded, but there's no road going in.
If there's no road in there, I have the individual lots, but if there's no road in there, I put them at 30% of full value for not having the road.
The surrounding town tax me at 100%.
Yeah, maybe we should fight that.
Oh, maybe? Yeah, kick their butt.
Yeah.
I gave them the courtesy of
There's no
going in and saying, hey,
access.
look, this isn't right.
It's landlocked, there's no access to it.
That's right.
Ouch.
What do you know about assessing?
I know. I don't have to pay $6,000 for nothing.
Well, I understand.
So do we have anything coming up that the public needs to be aware of? Is it time to file for anything they're entitled to?
It's time to file for exemptions. So we have,
It is?
yeah, we send them out the last week of June, and they have until next March. But
Oh,
we
okay,
send them out
okay.
now so they
That
print
makes
it on the
sense.
tax
That
bill.
makes sense, yeah. God, they really can't file until the tax rate's set. Or you
No,
can't
they-
act
no,
upon
they-
them. You can't
No,
act
yeah,
upon
we
them.
can. Because it's, no matter what their value is, they're gonna, if they meet the guidelines, they're approved. And then I manually key those in onto their bill.
So their first tax bill, which is last year's tax bill, is reflective of the abatement?
So preliminaries, they're gonna fill it out and give it back to me. Preliminaries went out, it's not on there.
No, that's what I mean. The
I-
first two don't reflect any abatements, because those are last year's taxes.
Technically, they do, because what they do is they take what
Not for
your
a brand,
tax,
not for a brand new person.
not for a brand new person, but whatever you paid in
Right.
taxes the prior year, they divide it by 4.
Existing.
So if your exemption was in
That's
there.
existing.
Existing, yeah.
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 That makes sense.
And are you seeing increases in values in the town?
Yes,
What's our coefficient of dispersion right now?
I don't know.
You could just check it out so that we,
Mm.
because we're gonna get,
I see values going up, I see.
well,
Red
Joanne is
flags.
single-handedly raising all of the waterfront values.
Jeez.
I can't believe what you're selling these things for.
I know, huh? Isn't it crazy? Ooh. But I see in general, everything, I mean, we're doing the bidding situation on a lot of the properties that we're marketing.
Dudley?
Yeah. Oh, are you kidding me? They're, yes. And higher priced ones, it's scary.
Is it scary?
So we need to make sure we're paying attention to that, what they are. Even a typical split, before you would have been thinking X amount of dollars, well, you're wrong. Now it's this amount of
Well,
dollars.
last year, when we were doing the interims, we went ahead 6 months. We couldn't use that year.
Right.
But it showed that the values were going up.
Mhm.
So we reflected that in the assessed values last year, because, so we increased a little bit. We went more on the 94, 95% instead of staying at 91 last year, because I anticipated
course,
it
of course.
coming up.
Yep.
And we didn't want to, just go up a lot
So-
in 1 year.
But what people don't understand is when the assessed values go up for the town, the tax rate goes down.
Right.
So you can't collect any more money than, other than 2.5% or an override or something, but you can only get 2.5% more than what we got last year.
Right.
So assessed values going up means tax rates going down. It does not mean more money the taxpayers have to pay.
Right.
And that's, I had somebody say to me, well, what's the new assessed value going to be? I said, what do you mean? He said, well, isn't the sales price going to be the new assessed value? I said, no, you can't do that. That's illegal. Oh.
I only tell people, like the banks, if it's a new construction, take the sales price times the tax rate.
Sure.
Because we seem to be always a little bit lower
Well, you
than
have to be. You're
than the
18
actual
months.
sales, so, right.
You're 18 months behind values.
Right.
I mean, your values for 17 came out of
50.
January 1st, 2016. 18 months ago. It's a crazy system.
Mhm.
Because we do fiscal year, they make us do calendar year
Right.
sales.
Yeah, calendar year for assessment and fiscal year for everything else. But anyways, enough of the lessons.
Yes. Anything else that we have that we need to address?
Just a motion to adjourn.
All right, how about the meeting, we're gonna have
Oh,
one
yeah,
that
August
quick?
12th, you
August
around?
12th? It's
Yes.
2 weeks away.
Do we have to get a...
Yeah, but because we had this meeting, and
Okay.
I'm going to be away.
On the 12th?
No, I had to do it. I had to do it the regular time because I'm not going to be around.
Okay.
You on vacation?
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, I make a motion that we adjourn.
Well, that's going to be
Second.
unanimous. Yeah, absolutely.
So the meeting is on August 12th, the next meeting?
Yep.
I didn't
Yeah,
see
it's the second Friday of the month, so that
Okay.
was the regular
Okay,
schedule.
that'll work.
I got got signed off by the building inspector.
Oh, you did?
For
Okay.
your office?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Stay legal, yeah.
But, I keep reminding him that he had to go to the town because his building's in the road.
Thank you, Ted.
His building's in the road.